To celebrate my birthday, I have launched KingHenry'sRoyalWardrobe.com, where you may find all manner of delightful Tudor goods, where all UK orders receive free shipping, and those to the United States receive discounted shipping. My loyal subjects, as you will be aware that some days since I did celebrate my birthday, 'tis a day for me of great reflection. You'll recall that at my great birthday banquets, I did reflect upon my long association with death. To be the king and to wear the crown is infinitely more pleasurable to those who look on than to he who wears it. For it is the way of the world, it is indeed the way ordained by the Lord our God. There are those who must rule, and there are those who must follow. To rule, at times, can be most difficult. There are those who must pay the ultimate price for their crimes against crown and king. I did require that my executioner, Cratewell, Robert Cratewell, did come hither to tell you the nature of his craft, but of necessity, like so many others in this time of contagion, he is in self-isolation, and so he has sent unto his king the very best thing. Does it suit me? Does it suit me? And here I have arrayed about me all the tools of the executioner's craft as sent to me by Cratewell for me to make inspection. It is to the statute of treasons of 13 and 51 that we must turn, for there 'tis enshrined in law that those fellows, be they men or women, who do commit the foul crime of treason, are in principle for men consigned to be hanged, to be drawn, and to be quartered, and for women to be burnt alive at the stake. It is to the tools of hanging, drawing, and quartering that perhaps do show the very depths of man's depravity. It is, indeed, man's inhumanity to man. For those fellows convicted of the heinous crime of treason, irrespective of their rank, it is the punishment that they be hanged, they be drawn, they be quartered, principally at Tyburn on the western approach to London. Thence they are drawn to their place of execution. The rope is placed about their neck. They are hanged upon the gallows, but not until they are dead, until they are betwixt life and death. Then they are cut down, and whilst yet alive, the executioner does take unto himself a most sharp knife. With a knife, and taking a firm grasp of that fellow's privy members, they are severed, cast to a fire and burnt. Thence that executioner does bring forth the disemboweling knife, and whilst that fellow is yet still alive, he is opened, he is slit from bottom to top, and yet whilst he lives, his guts are wrenched and drawn forth and are burnt. With the pulling out of his beating heart and lungs, that fellow is dead. These organs are all burnt. The executioner then does bring forth the dismembering axe. And with the dismembering axe, the head is severed, the body is hacked to 4 quarters, and thus it is that the law has been complied with. For that fellow will have been hanged by the neck, the guts will be drawn, and the body will be quartered. Many good fellows who have kept company with me, your king, have suffered hanging, drawing, and quartering. Dereham, Culpeper, those foolish men who did play false with my queen, Catherine Howard, were hanged, were drawn, and were quartered. Although in truth, Culpeper, I did ordain that he would be hanged until dead, and then drawn and quartered. For I had known Culpeper ere since he was a boy at my courts. Thus I saved him the agony of the full punishment. The body, having had its head struck off, and the quarters hacked to parts, 'tis our custom that those parts are boiled in a great cauldron of salted water, to parboil them, to preserve the flesh, to extract of the blood. The head is boiled and boiled until it does take its place upon London Bridge. In the instance of a fellow of base degree convicted of that foul crime of treason, who has indeed been hanged, drawn, and quartered, his limbs are dispersed to the four corners of the realm, as is ordained by me, your sovereign lord and king, to be nailed upon a city gate or a market cross as a warning to common men not to commit the crime of treason. But many good friends have had their heads spiked upon London Bridge. Sir Thomas More, aye, he, like many others of close acquaintance to your king, was accorded the dignity and honour of death by beheading. His head was placed upon London Bridge, but thence was spirited away, I am told, by his daughter Margaret, who I'm also told just keep it as a relic. And so was Cromwell, a man of base degree raised high. For his treason, he, like More, was afforded the dignity of beheading. His head was spiked upon London Bridge and was eaten out by crows. But both More and Cromwell were spared the indignity of quartering. Their remains were placed at rest in the chapel of St. Peter ad Vincula in the Tower of London, as are the remains of many other people of note, as you do discern. Throughout our history, people of noble birth, even of royal blood, who have sinned against their sovereign lord, king or queen, have paid the price upon the block. So did my wife. She paid the price with her head, Boleyn, but not upon the block, for I did spare her the coarse nature of the English axe. This is the heading axe. It is indeed most sharp medicine, but in truth, the axe can oft be a messy business. Boleyn, having been raised in the court of France, and having oft pressed upon me the advantage of all things French, when she was condemned to die, to be burnt as a traitorous woman, it did fall to me, her king, to grant her the distinction, the pleasure of beheading. But nay, as I've said, I did not expose her neck to the coarseness of the axe. Having her die in the style of the French seemed correct and proper, and thus I did send to our possession of Calais for the headsman. He did wait upon my wife at the Tower of London with a great sword, and on that morn Queen Anne Boleyn did step forth upon the scaffold. There being no block to kneel at, she knelt upon her haunches. The swordsman, he, having slipped his shoes so the queen may not hear him approach, did clap his hands to distract of the queen. The queen did look about, for she was misdirected, and thence the headsman, having previously drawn forth the sword from beneath the straw where it was hid, with one stroke, between heartbeats. She was deprived of her head. 'Twas that foolish girl Howard, who did play me false with men of base degree, Derham, Culpeper. 'Twas she who did pay the price for her treachery upon the block. Indeed, the night before her execution at the Tower, she requests that the block be taken to her chamber so that she may practice placing her neck upon it, for she did wish to die with dignity. The headsman, if he is proficient, and if that fellow who is to die does position their head and neck in the correct manner, if they are fortunate, their head will be struck with one. I wonder what it is like. Bring forth Sir Cabbage. Perhaps it's as easy as it seems. My loyal subjects, to celebrate my birthday, I have launched KingHenry'sRoyalWardrobe.com, an online garment store where you may find all manner of delightful Tudor goods. Why not show your support for your king and purchase a mug, a bag or a poster with your king's face upon it? Perhaps a t-shirt representing your favourite of my wives. Why not execution-themed flip-flops? Or get yourself an embroidered Cooking with the King apron to wear when you do indeed cook with the king. And for my most trusted followers, a whole range of loyal subject merchandise, including bags and mugs to show the world how loyal a subject you truly are. So please visit KingHenry'sRoyalWardrobe.com, where all UK orders receive free shipping and those to the United States receive discounted shipping. And may God bless you all. Thank you for watching my video. If you have not already subscribed, then please subscribe below and click the bell if you wish to be advised of new videos. And please don't forget to like this video and to leave a comment below.